looking. I knew that was gonna happen. How are we ever gonna fix that? God damn, people. I don't even know how we're gonna do the show tonight because I gotta tell you, there's barely anything to fucking talk about. You ever watch WWE SmackDown? That happened again. Yeah, ain't that right, Hovik? Oh man, and you know, dude,
that goddamn SmackDown was so bad it smacked my ass down.
Jesus Christ! The way you did that was pretty. I was like, damn, yeah, did the Undertaker thing. Trey.
Yeah, the Undertaker in reverse.
And this is Trey. I mean, happy or sad? How are you right now after watching the show?
Sad. You guys are right. If you've seen any other SmackDown, this is pretty much what it was. This is supposed to be the go-home show, the Backlash, and nothing of significance happened tonight.
Nick,
exactly.
Didn't we call this bullshit last night?
We called it last night. That's why I was actually talking about the go-home show to Extreme Rules instead of this show because I didn't give a flying flippy fuck about Backlash. You know what I mean?
Bro, fuck Backlash right now, dude.
So here's the thing right now. I want to ask you guys a question because I did miss a little bit, and I'm wondering if I missed this particular part. But did Nakamura show up at all tonight and Dolph Ziggler? Any of them too?
No. I will say this. The Dolph Ziggler thing was probably the only little bit of redeeming thing I did enjoy tonight. That whole talking shit about Nakamura. Because he did a thing backstage where he was like, I want to do some research on Nakamura. So let's see everything he's accomplished in the WWE. And they played like 5 seconds of his theme song. And then it's like,
found.
Yeah, footage now found going, dude. I was like, okay, that was actually pretty funny.
That shit was clever.
Okay,
yeah,
clever to an extent, but here's the thing. I've seen those jokes, especially with the Spirit Squad thing. The Miz did it better when he was making fun of Dolph Ziggler. You know what I mean? And I really, really hate the fact that shit. It's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, wasted opportunities. There is a particular thing that took so long, and I even started off like when I was getting everything set up for the show tonight, and I brought this up to Trey. But this bullshit over here, dude, the Fashion Files thing, I gotta tell you,
it needs
so bad.
to go.
I have not seen such cringe-worthy bullshit in so fucking long, dude. It's been so long since I've seen something this bad. I guess.
You must have not seen that women's contract signing.
Oh yeah, man! Tonight with the Welcome Committee and Bailey with the whole oh god, like I'm just saying the cringe-worthy stuff. You know what I mean? Trey, how do you feel about Tyler Breeze and Fandango being used so poorly right now?
I don't like it. Like, granted, yeah, they beat the Ascension. And it was like, it was one of those things where it was like, oh man, you got these 2 jobber tag teams. You wonder which one are they actually going to be American Alpha to beat the clock? And I kind of now that this has gone on for a while, I wish the Ascension won, because at least we would have gotten a serious feud compared to what we're getting here.
It would have been serious versus serious because the Usos got their Uso penitentiary, and then some bullshit that they were spewing on tonight. And I mean, the Ascension could have given them something, but instead we got Breezy. You're looking. What's up with your outfit, man?
Yeah.
What is this shit?
It's almost like they're trying to do ad-lib, but they forgot, like, I don't know what to say. I guess I'll just move this along then. I'm like, this is not pre-recorded. Like, it feels like it's live comedy video things that should be pre-recorded. It's fucking weird. Like, they run out of shit to say within 2 sentences. I'm like, dude, like, this will not work in any form of video on the planet. And maybe like at the beginning of the seasons of American Idol, something will be this bad, or like Last Comic Standing. But like, dude, this is basic improv. Fucking say something. I'm so fucking upset, with that, And here's the thing, like, I don't want to waste too much time on that because I'm gonna bring up everything that that the show did waste time on. Like, for instance, this right here, dude. She does not fit as far as mathematics go. I mean, we have 6 girls wrestling right now, and they're all involved in one feud. We do not need a 7th girl who all she has to bring is the shit that fucking made women's wrestling so boring back in 2005 to 2010. I mean, why the fuck is she coming? Why? And where was Rusev? They had to keep building Rusev. Tonight, there was no Rusev promo. It's like one of those things, like typical SmackDown, where like someone's important, and then like you watch the next week, and oh shit, they're gone. So what the fuck happened? Like. I'm just, oh man.
But Nick, there is a new day coming.
And that shit too. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to.
No, I know. hey, you know, I'm glad we just brought it up just so people know that we're not like forgetting shit. There's just nothing to talk about. There's nothing there.
But I do have to say that I did kind of enjoy the AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal match.
No, it's a great match.
It was a pretty damn good match. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think right now the only interesting thing for this Sunday is Jinder Mahal versus Orton, to me at least, because I just want to see is this motherfucker actually going to win, you know? And if he does win, I'm like, shit, that just turned everything around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you get this bullshit with Kevin Owens where he's just floundering as a heel. He's just like, I gotta do bad things because I'm a bad guy. Oh, fuck you. Why would he do that? Why is he? You know.
I love Kevin Owens as a heel, but I think maybe 3 years of him being a heel is a little too long right now. Because he's been fucking heel since NXT. You know, ever since he turned on Sami Zayn on one of the takeovers, he just, you know, he's been a heel since then. I'm like, bro, this shit's been going on for like over 3 years already.
He was
like,
only a face for an hour and a half. You know what I mean? Like,
not even.
Because that was a debut.
Not even.
Yeah. And that's the thing that's crazy to me is the fact that, you know, like, his whole thing is to get, you know, all of the super hardcore fucking nerdy fans, people that, you know behind the scenes shit, to get them excited. And honestly, he's not doing anything to get them excited anymore. I mean, now he's doing shit that any heel on the show can do. This is not like a John Cena situation where it's like, yeah, like, that's our guy right there. Fuck yeah, Kevin Owens whoop fucking John Cena's ass. Fuck the system. You're not fucking the system right now. You're just being like, oh, AJ Styles is a face. He's all blurry. You know, you watched The Rain recently? What the fuck?
He's not being a consistent heel. That's my.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like, he goes back and forth. Like, 1 minute he's a heel that attacks like no tomorrow. Like, he isn't acting like chicken shit. But then you see stuff tonight where he goes being a chicken shit heel. It's just like Kevin Owens has no consistency of his heel work.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, and I don't have, like, honestly, I just showed all the highlights that WWE posted on YouTube, so I got no more visual references for the rest of the show, so the only thing I can do now is just bring up the shit, and you guys can use your imaginations. But tonight, Shane McMahon came out, and I was like, okay, this is where Daniel Bryan's going to return, or we're going to get a Raw superstar to debut, or something of importance, and it was just a reason to do the welcoming committee thing. Just the same fucking thing. Just coming on.
Why is Tamina Snuka on the welcoming committee? Wasn't she like switched over from Raw?
Has she ever expressed her opinion or her like side of this whole story at all?
Does she
like,
speak?
Yeah, she don't. Dude, I'm telling you, it's just like, I will like fucking link to this heel because you're doing something important. So I guess
I did it for The Rock.
Yeah, like it's just floundering, just fucking nothing to do. And then Charlotte Flair, what has she done that makes her a face? That doesn't make. Why is she's a cunt still? She's a bitch. Why the fuck is she a face?
Yeah, no, because even in that promo, like, you know, her heel, like a heel factor of hers even came out saying like after we beat y'all, I'm coming back for my crown. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and here's the thing too, and I will put this out there, is that when Naomi came out, I really, like, because I was going to complain too, and I was actually, like, right now about to say it, and I remember, like, okay, no, this was pretty cool, because the thing is, all the girls came out, and it's like they all had different entrances just because it's like there was nothing to say, so they're like, let's just make sure that everyone has a long-ass entrance, right?
Dude, and when the welcoming committee came out, they all came out to Natalia's theme.
Yeah, like as if she's a leader when she's clearly fucking not.
and then the other team, they all had their own entrances. It was like the weirdest fucking thing ever.
And the one person who's involved in this women's feud, let me put that's a key fucking word, women's feud. The person who talked the most and talked the best and did the best was James Ellsworth, who has a dick, by the way. He's not a fucking woman. He's not in the feud. He's a manager, and he's James Ellsworth. And he's not gonna fucking win a championship, the women's championship. Why the fuck is he talking so much? And he wasn't even talking like comedically too. He was talking shit. Like he was doing a pretty good promo. It's just
he was talking at SmackDown.
No, and I was like, dude, like this is a pretty good promo. I'm kind of surprised, but I'm like, oh, but wait,
this
means nothing.
Female.
Yeah, and he should not be talking right now. The one person who should not be doing good, which would make sense to do poorly, is doing the best. Are you fucking kidding me?
Makes no goddamn sense whatsoever.
And then once again, Shane McMahon looking there like as if he doesn't want to be on the fucking show, just all miserable. What were you saying, Trey?
I know, I was agreeing. It does not make no darn sense at all. I just said none.
Oh, okay, yeah. But so like that's the thing with me. And then so anyways, I was gonna bring up the entrances because they all came out to the ring, right? And the entrances took long. Like they played like half the song, and then they waited there for like the next entrance. And I was like, why the fuck are they doing this? Because like they're about to go to commercial.
Yeah, they did a commercial break. That's right.
Yeah, but I think it kind of helped to an extent because then Naomi's music played. And two things about this that really tells a little bit of the future. Charlotte Flair isn't the big bitch on the roster. It's actually Naomi because if you notice, she was the last one out to the ring, and because of the lights and the whole like it's amazing, the whole fucking thing. I think they're really trying to let us know like, hey guys, this is the main event right here. Naomi is the one we're pushing because they did this back in the day with Stone Cold, did it with The Rock. They used to do it with the Divas with Trish Stratus and Lita. They were always the last ones out to the ring. Lita and Trish were never like on the same team really that much back then because they made sure to have the segment where Lita's the best and the segment where Trish is the best. Same with Stone Cold and The Rock. And I feel like they're really, really pushing that again with Naomi, which makes sense to me. And the match with Naomi was fucking incredible. Like they could have chose anybody from the face team, and they didn't. They had Naomi go in there and whoop ass, and she did like this weird like bulldog fucking mid rope. I mean, she does a lot of like Tree of Woe stuff. You know what I mean? Which a lot of wrestlers don't do because it is an awkward fucking position for another wrestler to be. But man, like Naomi, that was match of the night for me. I mean, sad enough, it was such a good match. I kind of forgot who she was going against.
Carmella.
Carmella.
I really didn't really care too much about the match because she was going up against Carmella.
Yeah, because Naomi's gonna win. That's one of those matches that's like this is so fucking filler. And doing a go home show, there shouldn't be any filler matches. It should be chaos.
And Carmella won, which was
wait, what?
Yeah, with the roll up.
I forgot about. Oh my god! I could have sworn it was such an obvious like writing thing that you're supposed to do to have Naomi win. I literally was like, yeah, Naomi won totally. I'm just wow, and I watched that match. Like I didn't see the Dolph Ziggler thing, but I watched the rest of the show all the way through. And fuck, yeah, I'm wrong.
Nick right now.
Yeah, why the fuck would Carmella win?
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, it's like any other SmackDown we've seen. Like yeah, you got the welcoming committee going against somebody from Becky, Charlotte, I almost called Charlotte Carmella, Charlotte and Naomi, and then the match is going the way it is, and then somebody interrupts the match, and then the person in the match is like, hey, don't be doing that, and then the person comes up, roll up, 1, 2, 3. It's like we've seen this the past 2 weeks. It's getting tiring.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous. Now I'm gonna
bring up. Fuck that, Trey. Not the 2 weeks. We've been seeing that shit for years.
Yes.
Well, I meant in terms of this feud.
Yeah, in terms of this feud. And
all right, yeah, I give it to you.
So one more thing too, the Kevin Owens, Canadian dude being the best of the United States, whatever the fuck. Like, I mean, how long do you guys think this is gonna last? Because I think this is such fucking transitional. Like
maybe until Sunday.
Okay, I think so too. And one more thing to bring up too, Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal. I know we already brought this up and everything, but what do you think the Singh brothers are going to do? Do you think they're still going to be the guys hanging around behind Jinder Mahal, or do you think they're going to go into the tag team division at some point?
I think right now they're just going to stay behind Jinder Mahal, but let's say, for example, Jinder Mahal does actually win the championship. That might give them the little... that might entice them to go after the tag team titles.
The only thing I see happening right now that I think should happen is I feel like Randy Orton's going to win on Sunday because I think it's too fucking soon for Jinder Mahal, and I really do think Jinder Mahal is going to feud with Big E, and then the Singh brothers are going to feud with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. I think that makes sense. New Day will go into a feud with one of the top guys in the entire thing, and maybe if Big E beats Jinder Mahal, why not have Big E go for the championship?
I have no idea what they're going to plan on doing because I know that they're still trying to do that whole WWE India thing, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to keep Jinder Mahal in the main event picture for now, which I'm actually totally fine with because for once in a while, like in a long while, we actually have a heel that people fucking hate.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I really like about Jinder Mahal. I'm like, yo, people legitimately fucking hate you,
and
bro.
He's very fresh.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. And I do think that at some point Baron Corbin needs to go to that main event thing. I think.
Yeah.
I forgot who he went against tonight. I'm forgetting.
He went against Randy.
Okay, Randy, yeah. And granted, Randy Orton being with the RKO thing, but I do feel like it being so clean and Baron Corbin being so without things to do, it makes sense for Baron Corbin to, at the end of the match on Sunday, he comes out and just beats the holy flying fuck out of Randy Orton. I think that really needs to happen.
Who was he fighting on Sunday again?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't think he's fighting anybody, dude. Like, and that's just weird. Like, I mean, if you can, like, I mean, it's up to you if you want to look it up.
I'm about to.
But yeah, like,
Wait,
I mean,
who's facing who now?
Baron Corbin, like, who's he facing at
Oh,
Backlash?
Sami Zayn. They said
Sami.
Oh my god, I forgot he existed.
Yeah, because Sami Zayn did an interview, backstage interview, being like,
that's right, and
they're like, hey, what you call it, Sami Zayn, what's up? And then Sami Zayn's like, well, you know what? I ordered my match against Baron Corbin. And then
Baron Corbin said, fuck your couch.
Yeah, Baron Corbin attacked him and was like, you know what's good for you? You'll stay home on Sunday. And that's pretty much what that was.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
Trey, let me ask you this. I mean, I know you weren't here last night, but we talked about, Raw, and Kurt Angle even did a segment where he's talking to Sami Zayn on the phone. Do you feel like this is going to be something where Sami Zayn loses to Baron Corbin and he moves to Raw again? Maybe by next week, it's a big...
Jesus Christ, this guy.
God, man, I do not want that.
I want that.
But
I think he's
at the
ruining
same
SmackDown.
time, he's not okay. Everybody kept telling him, go to SmackDown, you be doing better on SmackDown. And what's going on right now, granted, it's only been like a month or two since he's been on SmackDown. He's not accomplishing anything any better than he was doing in Raw. So I really don't know what you can do with Sami Zayn at this point. And as for my predictions of Sami Zayn winning or losing, I don't know. Like, this feud has really been kind of irrelevant to me. Like, because normally with a feud, I try to predict it, like with Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton. Like, I'm kind of predicting Randy Orton's kind of winning because of how the story's been going. But with Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn, I can't really tell. Like, it's one of those things. Like, it's been such an irrelevant story. I can't tell who's going to win or not.
No,
I mean, do I want Sami Zayn to win?
I'm still trying to figure out. I'm trying to remember when the fuck did this Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin feud even started.
I don't remember.
It was Sami Zayn's
remember.
debut. I think he came in and it was just a big brawl, and Sami Zayn's like, I'm on the good side, by the way, and he's like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you go ahead and help him out, you fucking little midget. Like, the whole fucking thing. I can't stand Sami Zayn, but, like, here's the thing. I want to go and get into my rating, and then maybe we can talk a little bit about, predictions as far as Backlash goes, etc. But, like, for me, I give the show a definite 1 out of 5. It was so fucking boring, but the matches were good. No match in there was, like, really botched or bad or boring. I loved all the matches. But like I said, man, for me, I want to be sports entertained. I want good storytelling. There's so much that goes into wrestling. This is why I love wrestling. But if you motherfuckers can't like tell a good story or like pay the fuck attention to your own product, I'm not gonna give a shit. So definitely 1 out of 5 for me. Hovig, what about you, man?
Definitely 1.5 out of 5 for me. I enjoyed some of the matches. They were really good. AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal was actually a really great match for me. The Baron Corbin versus Randy Orton match was meh. It was okay. But a couple of the other matches that were decent. Then you had the cringy fucking fashion files and then the contract signing. And then the Usos coming out with their promo. And then there's me. I'm like, what the fuck are they saying? Like,
yeah,
I have no idea what they're
saying?
even talking about anymore. And they're like, oh, Uso penetration. I was like, ah, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah,
but, yeah. 1.5 out of 5.
Now, Trey, what about you, man? You're ready for the show tonight.
I really wanted to give it a 0, but I'm gonna give it a 1. I'm gonna give it a 1. I'm gonna give it a 1. Because you guys are right. AJ Styles with Jinder Mahal was great. Man, I really tried to get behind the Naomi Carmella match, but I just couldn't do it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Carmella's still so green, like, and Naomi is too, but Carmella is worse than her. That's the thing. Like, it was, and the fact that a 3 versus 3 match is the way they're doing Backlash is kind of upsetting to me because I feel like they're just trying to put some more time.
And no title match.
Yeah, exactly. They're putting more time on Naomi being champion, and I don't like that. Like, I hate that because they did that same shit with Nikki Bella to try to make her the longest reigning Divas champion. So I'm hoping they're not doing something like that with Naomi because it's like, to me, Naomi doesn't deserve to be champion still. Like, because she's still so green.
I think
so yeah.
She's the most entertaining person on the Divas roster right now, and just honestly, in my opinion, the entire show. But it doesn't mean that you've earned that fucking belt. So I totally agree with you, Trey.
Yeah, like SmackDown, it's so weird because I was thinking about this while I was watching that match. Back in NXT, people wanted the 4 Horsewomen to be on the main roster, but then the most entertaining thing in the women's division right now is Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss was so green back in NXT. And she's gotten so much better. And the fact that on the main roster, people once upon a time was like, oh, Betty needs to go on the main roster. And now people are saying, oh, no, she needs to go away. Compared to when Alexa Bliss was like, oh, man, Alexa Bliss sucks in the ring. To like, wow, Alexa Bliss is actually pretty great. She's an amazing heel. It just shows that, man, like, SmackDown's nothing without Alexa Bliss.
You're
like it really
right.
isn't. I do not believe in this women's division without Alexa Bliss. I think I'm starting to believe more in the Raw's women's division than SmackDown's, which is a shame.
And here's the thing too, like Raw is so bad at storytelling as well. Like you know how I think about a few months ago we're talking about like, hey, I think they're trading writers, or maybe Brian Armstrong, aka Road Dogg, maybe he's writing for this team and then like the next week he's on the other team. I don't know, but I've noticed it's equal now. It's not like anyone's really bad at writing. It's just these characters that they've been trying to build up for the last year are so fucking boring. And they need a certain chemistry. Like Alexa Bliss, her character being so heelish and Bayley being so like baby face, they don't mesh well. It's like if I was writing a book or playing a video game, no matter what, those characters would just not connect. It's just they're too different. They're way too different. Sasha Banks is way too different too. It's just Alexa Bliss does not belong on Raw. It's nothing about Raw that makes sense for Alexa Bliss to be there. And then Naomi, I mean, she's cool, but like, why would she team with somebody like Charlotte Flair? It's just, once again, characters-wise, Charlotte Flair does not belong on SmackDown, and she's so different from everyone, like Becky Lynch and Naomi. Like, there's no blending there. It's fucking weird. So, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up right now too. As far as Backlash goes, who do you guys think is gonna walk out with the World Heavyweight Championship? Or because for me, I think it's Randy Orton, big time. I know we have hopes, but making sense of it, Randy Orton.
Yeah, it's definitely Randy Orton. I just really I hope it's Jinder Mahal because that's a fucking toss up because that's a big change right there, and B, it's fresh.
Yeah.
It's not another person who's had the title 1,001,000 times. It's someone a brand new champion who's a fucking great heel, might I add. And it's crazy how this motherfucker evolved from being a jobber, and he's like one of the greatest fucking heels we have right now. Who's actually a fucking heel? You know what I mean?
Someone that's not like he's a bad guy, but we're like, yay! It's like, no, fuck this dude. Like, I want him to lose.
I mean, I don't know if he's done it. Like right now, it's not coming to mind. It's like he's not doing what Kevin Owens or The Miz does, where they'll call for confrontation, they run away. This motherfucker's like, I'm gonna fuck you up right now.
Yeah, he's like, I have a point to fucking prove. And here's another thing too. Here's the thing too. I'm liking with the characters. I'm starting to have new dream matches. Like, remember how we couldn't just let go of Undertaker versus Steen, etc. That was the last big one. Now I'm starting to think dude, I want to see Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. I want to see Finn Balor versus, fucking Jinder Mahal to an extent. I want to see Jinder Mahal versus Mojo Rawley. All this stuff. It's like, I can't believe I actually have somewhat of a dream match that includes Jinder Mahal. I thought you were telling me to shut up, by the way. Shh. I was like, oh.
No, I was gonna say shit, and I was gonna say something else, but then I was gonna do a little fantasy one, but I was like, nah, that wouldn't work out too well. So I had to think.
But even Jinder Mahal versus Brock, I mean, that can happen one day, and it might be pretty fucking good. I mean, I think Jinder Mahal's in better shape than Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just crazy. But Trey, how about you? Who do you think is gonna walk out Backlash with the World Heavyweight Championship, man?
Like I was saying in my review, I gotta give it to Randy Orton. I don't think they're gonna give it to Jinder yet. The only way I see them giving it to Jinder is if the Bollywood boys interrupt in that match and help Jinder win. But other than that, fairly, I don't see Jinder winning that match at all. I think they're gonna give it all to Randy.
Not clean. He would win it as a heel, not a clean victory.
Now, I'm not going to go through the entire match card, but one more question that's really big before we go, because I seriously have no fucking idea. I have a bunch of ideas what I would do, but I just don't know what WWE is going to do, but you guys probably already know what I'm talking about. What do you think Nakamura is going to do post-Backlash? Because we know he's going to win. So
continue feuding with Dolph Ziggler.
You're probably right. Fuck. How about you, Trey?
I really don't know. I mean, it might continue with Dolph Ziggler because I think they're doing that thing where, when a new star comes from NXT, they gotta put them against somebody who used to be a world champion. I mean, not that Dolph Ziggler was the best world champion, but they're doing that nonetheless. Yeah. So I feel I don't know what they're gonna do with Nakamura afterwards. I don't know if they're gonna put him against Kevin Owens for the U.S. title because I actually see Kevin Owens beating AJ this Sunday. I don't know if they're going to do that kind of thing or just keep putting him against other opponents till they feel like he is title ready in the main roster. So, but I don't know if they're going to keep continuing this Dolph Ziggler thing. I think it would be pretty stupid to continue that, in my opinion.
Now, my prediction for what they'll do, I kind of agree with Hovig. I kind of think that they're just going to continue on the Dolph Ziggler thing until SummerSlam and have like a big, Iron Man match or a 2 out of 3 falls match, some bullshit like that probably. But I'm going to go ahead and go first on this sense because I think what I would do is I would have Nakamura disappear, have him beat Dolph Ziggler, have Dolph Ziggler be, injure him after the match or something, and then like maybe in 2 months down the line or something, all of a sudden Nakamura comes back looking to destroy Dolph Ziggler, but instead he beats up a face, and he has 2 hooded druids, somebody who is covering their face, etc. And like who the fuck are they? Fuck Nakamura. Who those 2 guys are with him? And like slowly but surely, we go to SummerSlam. Nakamura gets into a feud with the face, and then afterwards have them reveal themselves. It's fucking Akira Amiyaka. What's his name?
Akira Tozawa.
Oh yeah, Akira Tozawa and Hideo Itami. And there you go. You got
Man, don't you always bitch about them put a black with black, Spanish with Spanish. Now you're gonna put Jap on Jap?
I feel like, yeah. I mean, I totally understand what you're talking about, but it's like,
you're the one who brings that shit up all the time.
I know.
You just did that shit.
No, I know I just did that shit, but it's like, dude, I can't. For one, none of these motherfuckers can talk. Like, I've seen Akira Tozawa talk on the fucking mic, doing that thing.
Oh shit! Speaking of not being able to talk, have you heard the rumor that they're thinking about having Asuka a Paul Heyman person?
Oh no,
Yeah.
Man, that's fucking awful. That is so bad.
Hey, I mean, he could do the promos.
No, it's still bad. Imagine them calling her like, "Ooh, it's Paul Heyman's girl," like he's fucking her on the side or something. Like, no, that's awful. That's terrible, fucking awful. But that's my idea, though. I mean, I know it's a little racist, but fuck it, no one can understand what the fuck all 3 of them are saying, anyways. But I'm gonna give it to you, Hovig. Like, what would you do if you had the fucking writer's book in your hands, doing your thing?
Oh, with Nakamura?
Mm-hmm.
I would just let them continue feuding with Dolph Ziggler for maybe another month or so, and then start floating him on, only to build him higher on the main roster. You know what I mean? Because we all know what he could do on with NXT and everything. Because to be honest, NXT feuds, they go on for like 6 months to a fucking year because it's like 1-hour shows and shit like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
They go on for such a long time. Like, how long did Nakamura feud with Bobby Roode for? Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, God knows how many months, So I would actually just start, like, jumping him around here and there after some time. And then, like, somewhere during, like, the holidays, like December-ish, start slightly making him feud with the bigger stars, and then like around Royal Rumble time, start making a feud with AJ Styles. That way they could set it up for WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. Now Trey, I know you give so much of a fuck about Nakamura because there's a certain loyalty you have with him because you went through everything with him. Except, man, I'm just meandering. Holy shit. So Trey, what the fuck would you do, man?
I mean, we didn't just beat a booker on Friday, so I think you already know my answer.
Yeah.
Go back to NJPW.
Make him lose to Ziggler. Keep losing. Go back to New Plan Pro Wrestling. I just don't know what they can do with him on the main roster. I mean, I wanted Reed to surprise me, but if I had the writer's book, and the way they're doing things right now, I honestly don't know how to book it. I won't be real with you because it's just so horribly done to the point where even my mind can't even try to come up with a positive to bring this up to light. In my opinion, I can't do it. It's just so bad. I really don't know what to do. I don't even see what they're going to do from here. I mean, if they continue the Ziggler feud, as you guys says, I think that's going to be a horrible idea because the Ziggler thing hasn't really been clicking in the first place.
Do you guys think that maybe they're saving Nakamura like they're doing with Brock Lesnar, like a special attraction kind of thing?
Oh, absolutely. But here's the thing, though. I think what they're trying to do is they're going to use Dolph Ziggler to keep Nakamura on SmackDown for a certain amount of time, and then eventually, I really, really feel Nakamura belongs on Raw because all the feuds that he's that he's had before, for instance, Samoa Joe, I know Robert Roode's eventually going to go over there, etc. Maybe the Revival. I mean, I know he didn't feud with them before, but maybe they're going to come back over there too. I just feel like Nakamura has history with some of these people, and he needs to get involved with all of them. Even Finn Balor, because the Bullet Club thing, etc. I just feel like he belongs on Raw. He does not belong on SmackDown. I thought before he belonged on SmackDown because he's a more in-ring guy, but if they're not using him for in-ring shit and they're talking about the history of Nakamura, why the fuck is he not on Raw? I think that they're purposely keeping him from Raw because they're going to save some good shit for later on. Like, dude, I'm telling you, Finn Balor versus Nakamura at WrestleMania, dude, like, that's gonna be just as good as an AJ Styles feud, in my opinion. I would love to see that. Shit.
Triple threat.
Well, oh, wait, all three of them? Oh, like, all the leaders of Bullet Club? Yeah, fuck that. Nah. I mean, yeah.
And then fucking throwing Kenny Omega in the mix.
Yeah, or fuck. You know what, dude? I gotta tell you, I want to have like a injury on accident match, him versus Seth Rollins. Like, I want to see what's gonna fucking see if someone can survive that match without getting an injury. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with Nakamura. Right now, everything's awful, but we'll see what happens. But with that said, Trey, I know that you and Anthony do the whole Anime Night thing, and I just took him.
Hold up. I said that I had some shit I was gonna say before.
Oh yeah, what's up?
All right. So earlier on, when the wife and I were actually hanging out, it came to my mind. I was like, it was like around 7:30. I was like, shit, we got to get home so I can watch SmackDown. And in my head, I'm like, fuck, I gotta watch SmackDown. And you remember the other day when we were talking about how wrestling needs an off season?
Oh yeah.
So this is what I did. It just started coming to me that I needed to do this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What are you about to do?
You want to know how crazy? You want to know how crazy us fucking wrestling fans are? How crazy and fucking loyal we are? With WWE, we're watching over 300 fucking shows a year.
Yeah.
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 I did the fucking calculations, and the funny thing is, I added it up, and we're at, including NXT, main event, 205 Live, and everything, 283 shows. The only thing I forgot to include was the CWC and the UK Championship tournaments and shit, whatever the hell they do.
Exactly.
I didn't include those, so that brings it up to over 300.
Yeah.
Now that's just WWE. Then you got TNA. 54 shows for 2017. One show per week, and they only have 2 confirmed pay-per-views this year. 54. Then I couldn't really do it, but I couldn't calculate it, but people watch NJPW. Yeah. Now, the problem with that is, on Access TV, they do fuck tons of reruns, so I couldn't do that. So there's a shit ton of fucking NJPW. And then you got Ring of Honor. And then you got all the other stuff. I was like,
indie stuff. And then all the side shows, the documentaries, 30 for 30. The
30 for 30, all this shit. And all the stuff that they add on the WWE Network. Shut the fuck up, dog. And, and what was I saying? Fucking, I'm going to send your ass back to Siberia for breaking my concentration.
Oh, my God!
But, God damn, it's a lot of fucking wrestling, dude.
No, I know, but here's the thing, though. Off-season wise, think about how much money they make in 1 week, dude.
That's just WWE alone.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, we're watching all these different shows. How many fucking different wrestling shows are going on daily?
Yeah.
Like
just tonight was like I think 4 hours because NJPW has a show last night on Mondays and I think on Tuesdays, and then Explosion was tonight too.
Yeah, and then we had SmackDown for WWE. Then we got 205 Live,
Talking
and then tomorrow Talking Smack, and then tomorrow we got NXT.
Thursday, Friday night United Kingdom shit. TNA on Thursday. Ring of Honor Wednesday and Ring of Honor on Friday.
Yeah,
and then it's pay-per-views on Saturday.
And then on the weekends it's fucking NJPW's on Access TV, like for their reruns.
The last big Ring of Honor New Japan Pro Wrestling thing is they had a crossover pay-per-view on Saturday. New Japan Pro Wrestling Ring of Honor War of the Worlds. That was on Saturday. And then Sunday they had the recordings. Like, of course, we ain't going to see it yet, but they recorded like 4 shows of Ring of Honor on Sunday. Then you got Monday Night Raw. Then you got SmackDown. Then tomorrow you got NXT. So, yeah, it's like wrestling fans are very dedicated. There's a lot of people who can take that stuff. You know? Like, for instance, with WWE, I can't take that stuff as much. Like, for instance, last week I'm in this whole thing of me, I can't stand this anymore. But then when I watched that New Japan Pro Wrestling Ring of Honor show, I'm always reminded, man, see, this is why I love wrestling. And then it turns around again. I'm like, man, fuck this, you know? It's such a chaotic thing being a wrestling fan. That's the thing.
Yeah, because there is no... Oh, and then I forgot about Lucha Underground.
Oh yeah, the seasonal, and then
it's seasonal too.
The thing is with that though, they do like I said, seasonal, they're episodic, and what makes it easier for that is that they Like they literally think about our viewership and they consider our time. It's like within an hour you have literally twice the storyline dialogue that a Raw has. And granted, it's not the best, but yeah.
And then I forgot about WCPW.
Oh fuck yeah! What culture
There's
wrestling?
so much fuck. A loyal wrestling fan should be dead by we should be dead by now with all the fucking wrestling that's out there.
Well, like I said, there's people who actually really dedicate their times to watch that stuff. I mean, like there was a time where I was doing that, like watching everything that was wrestling related, because that's how much I really loved it. Granted, backed away. I kind of backed away from that now and watch only like WWE for the shows and New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor.
God damn it, Trey! Isn't it fucking draining?
Well, it depends.
It's like an enjoyable drain.
Well, that's the thing with WWE. I feel that drain more than anything. But Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, I don't, because it's like New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor. I'm enjoying myself. I'm actually having fun with it. But with WWE, I'm not having fun with it like I was once upon a time. I just do not care about WWE as much as I do those other promotions. Even WCPW, from what I do catch, I'm always having a fun time with it. Like, it's not draining if you're having fun. It doesn't feel like work if you're having fun. WWE feels like work because I'm not having fun with it. Like, the only product of WWE I would say I still enjoy, and I don't watch it a lot, is because of NXT, because I give myself breaks from it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's just where lies the problem. Breaks. You know what I mean? I don't know. But for me, you know, I'm happy with what we do, and I'm happy with, you know, the product in a way. But it's like, I'm telling you, dude, like, this is no different than when it was back in the Attitude Era, because you had WCW, etc., all that shit too. And I will tell you that back then I wasn't complaining. So it's the fucking shows. Like, it comes down to quality.
But I think that nowadays, because of the internet, there's so many different ways to be able to watch everything. You know, because back then, don't forget, it was just flip back and forth between fucking USA or Spike
I had
TV,
WCW in one room, and then when that shit went to commercial, I ran
to the other room.
Yeah, and my dad used to record both, so I would have both shows going on. And I gotta tell you, like, back then, WCW, when I would watch it, like, because I had to go to school and shit, obviously.
Yeah,
so I would record.
Same here.
I would have one of those 6-hour tapes, those VHS tapes, and record 3 episodes on it. And then when I had
put it on like the lowest quality just to get the entire tape taped over with the fucking wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. So what I would do is I would do that, and then literally like the next fucking week, I would be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna catch up on all WCW stuff because Thunder's gonna come on right now. I need to watch it all. So I would do it, and then I'd be tired. And I want to watch Thunder because I was like, dude, like. This fucking thing is Groundhog's Day. NWO all over the fucking place. Okay. Fucking bad wrestling. The Gracier, or Gracious, whatever the fuck that Sub-Zero ripoff fucking thing was.
The Glacier, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking the Kiss Army band thing. Fucking match on a pole this, on a pole that. Goldberg beating everybody. Like, granted, I did like the Goldberg shit, but it was like, at a certain point, I was like, okay, like, he's gonna win. I could probably take a shit while this is happening and not miss a fucking thing. You know, he's gonna win the end. And it's like, yeah, that's what WWE is now. I know that Bayley's gonna still be champion. I know Naomi's gonna fucking do whatever she's gonna do. You know, Randy Orton is the greatest. John Cena, when he comes back, he's gonna win whatever the fuck thing he's gonna be involved in. It's the same fucking thing. And when you would watch Raw back then, Austin wasn't guaranteed to win every match. If anything, he probably lost more matches than he won. And The Rock, I don't know. That thing almost fell out, apparently. I don't know. But it's just like, you know, even The Rock was a heel, but then he would, like, turn on Vince, but then he was a heel again within a month. And I was like, dude, like, don't want to miss an episode. I'm not going to know what the fuck's going to happen. So, it's all quality. But people, speaking of quality, because I do have to wrap this up. Trey, I'm sorry, but me and Hovig took a big old shit on Anime Night last night. Because we're just not into it. But I know you are, and there is something there. So it's all on you, man. What are you guys doing for Anime Night?
Well, we actually put a poll on Facebook today because the thing is, we were trying to decide. Fuck you. We were trying to decide what we're gonna do for the Anime Night. Either we can do sports anime. Because I thought about that. Because I was like, why don't we do a sports anime night, see how that goes? Or, since Samurai Jack is ending, we know it's wrestling animation, but hey, we're putting all animations to Anime Night. Since Samurai Jack Season 5 is ending this Saturday, why don't we do a Season 5 marathon of Samurai Jack to the final episode on Saturday? So, one of the two, so far, Samurai Jack is winning, but we're going to decide tomorrow on what that's going to be. So, yeah, just check that out.
Yeah, and I was trying to look for it, but Facebook groups are just fucking retarded. I was trying to look for the post, but it's alright. So, with that said, people, Anime Night, You know, I don't know what the fuck to say. Anthony does it, so I guess I'm going to do it this time. People, on 3, give me this shit, y'all. 1, 2, 3. Attack the chat.
Fuck WrestleMania.
WrestleMania was terrible. That was clear as hell. Yeah, WrestleMania was terrible. Fucking show.
Fuck SmackDown.
SmackDown's pretty fucking bad, too. Talking about WrestleMania.
You gotta love Raw.
Watch Ring of Honor.
And this week,